let's use fast food and many of the products and services associated and beyond fast food as an educational example to illustrate the concepts that we talked about previously even further. All right? To begin with, there is fast food. There is people craving for fast food. There's people craving for fast food right now. There are people looking for fast food right now, in the next half an hour, in the next 10 minutes, okay? There are people looking for cheaper fast food. There are people looking for more tasty fast food. And then there are people looking for fast food turned into luxury food, like high-priced hamburgers in a fancy restaurant format, all right? And then there are people looking for ways to have food quickly. And there are people looking for other means of lunch at work. For example, they bring their own food. They bring their own lunch, right? And if the office has a microwave, that'll be great. If the office does not, they'll be making recommendations to the company, to HR, asking for a microwave. And then, moving away from that, there are people who are realizing the long-term health concerns with too much fast food. And so they want food that's quickly, but has long-term health concern into consideration of the food. And then there are people who want to think about how do I provide myself with food? Okay, how do I cook my own food? How do I bring my own food that's cheaper and healthier to work? And then there are people who are realizing, I don't have time to cook. Okay, that was my old mindset. Okay, it was because I lack time management. So they realized what they need is time management skills. And then they study a little bit of a time management, and then they realize time management, it's all about self-management. And self-management, it's all about managing our own emotions. It's all about emotion management. Okay, so they got into studying emotional intelligence for themselves, which becomes emotional maturity study for themselves. So they started with fast food, looking for fast food, and then realizing they need to eat something that's healthier, and then they realized it's being able to cook, okay? And then they realized they don't cook, it's because they lack time management skills, and they realized that they lack time management skills is because they lacked self-discipline, and then they realized it's because they lacked emotional maturity, okay? And then they realized they need to study self-development. And then they realized they've been studying self-development on their own. All right. And then they look back, they realized, over the past 6 months, over the past 1 year, all right, I started eating fast food less and less. It used to be 5 days a week, all right, twice a day, 7 days a week, down to just twice a week, down to just once a week, down to just once a month, down to I quit that stuff altogether. Okay, I quit sugary soda. Okay, I moved on to diet soda, and then I even successfully quit diet soda. Yeah, making progress every day. Okay, so along the chain, all right, there are plenty of products and services you can sell them. Okay, you need to sell them the product or the service that they are thinking. All right, so for example, when they are hungry and they're looking for fast food in the next 3 minutes, in the next 5 minutes, okay, is that the right time to sell them self-development, sell them emotional maturity, sell them time management? No, okay? There are companies selling fast food, and they're very good at it, all right? This is their niche. This is the niche that they are targeting. Faster fast food, cheaper fast food, all right? There are even restaurants, right, tapping into this niche, which is fast food, okay, expensive. Fast food, luxury. Taste even more tasty than cheap fast food. Now we're going to charge you a premium price for it, okay? Now, this is probably not going to be for lunchtime. It's probably going to be a restaurant on Friday night and Saturday night. So where are they at, okay? Where is they at emotionally, psychologically for now, okay? So let's say if they are beginning to realize the lack of long-term health benefit with fast food, right? This is the time that you can sell them nutritious food, or education on nutrition, all right? Because this is a conversation that they are having. They're beginning to realize they need to move away from fast food and start eating things that are healthier, all right? Now, if you go to inside of a fast food restaurant, okay, some busy workers are busy eating fast food, and you try to sell them nutrition eating, they are going to tune you out. They are going to hate you. They're going to resent you because that's not where the mind is at. Not yet. Maybe over time, they will gradually move to getting something that's more nutritious. All right. And then as they try to get something more nutritious, they are realizing, oh, I don't have the time. Okay, with fast food, I don't have to plan ahead. But if I want to eat something that's more nutritious, I need to plan ahead. So it's time management I need to acquire. It's time management skills I need to acquire. So this is the right time to sell them time management training or time management products, okay, a time management studies, because you're entering a conversation that they are already having in their minds. And as they get into studying time management, okay, they are beginning to realize it's not about calendars and planners and making plans, because you make those plans, you don't follow them. Why? Because your emotion is not in the right state to do the actions that's listed on your planner. And then gradually they're realizing, oh, time management is all about self-management. I can't manage time. Time just takes away. That's external. The only thing I can manage is internal, is myself. And the only thing I can manage is my own emotions. And the way to manage my emotions is to understand all the triggers and all the thoughts associated with those triggers. Right? And then they realized it's emotional intelligence on themselves, which becomes emotional maturity, emotional depth. Okay? And then they realized there's no direct, immediate control to order themselves to change their emotion. All right? When you take someone to Alaska in January, when it's minus a million degrees outside, cold, 10 feet of snow, okay, you tell them to get out of the hotel front lobby at 2 in the morning wearing nothing but t-shirts. They are going to feel cold. There's no point telling them don't be cold. They are going to feel cold. Okay, so the way to manage that is don't get out of the hotel lobby at 2 in the morning, January, Alaska, when it's a million degrees outside and wearing nothing but a t-shirt. That's maturity. Okay, that's being not stupid. Okay, so once they realize, so I need to have emotional depth, so I will prevent or prearrange the conditions, so I will feel the way I want to feel, but not feel the way I don't want to feel. Okay, prevention, longer term planning. Okay, how to use my feeling of pain and pleasure, short-term pain and short-term pleasure. How do I utilize that for me? Make that for me, not against me. All right, use pain and pleasure, get pain and pleasure to work for me. Okay, avoid having pain and pleasure working against me. That's emotional maturity. This is the time you sell them self-development, all right? Get to the next level kind of educational products, all right? So to sum it up, you must and you can only enter a conversation they are already having in their minds. And then they'll be thinking, this product is for me because this is what I'm thinking about. The further away your product, your service, and your marketing material is further away from their current conversation, the harder it is for you to sell them something, the more likely it is that you will push them away. They might even get offended and associate you with insult, with pain, with disagreement, and they will tune you out not only for now, but for the longest time. All right? So imagine if someone is seeking fast food right now, and you want to sell them emotional maturity education. You want to sell them a self-development education. That is a long way away, all right? And every step of the way, not only do you potentially lose them, okay, you run the great risk of taking them off and pushing them away. They are in a fast food restaurant just paying for their burger, and they're about to eat it, and they're hungry, and they need to get back to work. They only have 45 minutes. And you jump in there to tell them, look, this hamburger is not healthy for you for the long term, okay? And you need to stop eating this. You need to learn how to plan your meals, how to cook healthy meals. You need to learn planning. You need to learn time management. You need to learn emotional self-control, emotional intelligence, emotional maturity. You need to get on the path of self-development. They're going to be offended. They're going to be ticked off. They're going to hate you, okay? That is not the best time to enter that conversation. That is not a conversation they are already having in their minds. All right. Now, after eating fast food, they've been putting on some weight. Okay, they become slow, and then they realize the downside of sugar, salt, fast food, and they're beginning to think about eating something more healthy. Now, that's the time to sell them healthy eating. Okay, meals prepared for you. A healthier alternative to fast food. Fast but healthy. Before that, okay, they're looking for faster, quicker hamburgers. You sell them faster, quicker hamburgers. Okay, so your marketing message, you have to enter a conversation that they are already having in their minds. You are here to understand their pain and their perception of pain. Okay, for example, the person who's looking for fast food, Okay, his pain is I'm hungry right now. I want that feeling to disappear, right? And his perception is there is no fast food. You're not here to change their perception, at least no more than one step, all right? The person who realizes that fast food is not good for him in the long term from a health perspective, okay, he's realizing he needs to eat something healthier, right? He's ready to buy some food that's healthier, be it a healthy version of fast food or be it meals made ready for you, delivered to you, okay? And so he's still under the perception of I have no time, but I want to eat something that's better for my health in the long run than fast food. So that's what you're going to deliver. You're going to try to sell to him. And then if he gets into, I want to cook my own, but I don't have the time, that's when you sell him either cooking recipes, okay, or what to buy, where to buy them, okay. And then he realizes, oh, actually it's time management. That's when you sell him time management. You must enter a conversation that they are already having in their minds. Otherwise, they will tune you out. You must address the current acute pain that they are having, okay? Just to get them to want to hear what you have to say. If you're too many steps away from their current immediate pain and suffering, be it real or perceived, they will tune you out and your marketing will become worse than a waste of time. They will hate you, and even when you come back to them later, they will not want to hear what you have to say because the perception has been set in their mind, which is you are someone that they hate. You are someone who does not understand their pain and their suffering. You are someone who doesn't care about their pain and their suffering. Therefore, they hate you. Therefore, no matter what you say, before or now or in the future, they have already decided they hate you and they don't want to prove themselves wrong. Human nature has it. Most people don't want to admit to the public or to themselves they have been wrong. Smart people, wise people have no problem admitting they've been wrong. That's what makes them smart, what makes them wise, and what makes them rare. Don't forget to like and subscribe. So this way, when I release new educational videos, you will be notified and you will be the first to learn. And also, make sure you send this video to as many people as possible so we can all learn and grow together and help each other to grow together. We're in this together. And if you need private coaching, business consulting, or training, feel free to contact me. And my contact details are linked below.